Hello, my fellow burbs. Welcome to a new Let's Play of 999. Wow, that was a really long opening cutscene. I didn't realize it was 3 minutes long. Anyway, today I have with me my good friend Brittany.
Hello.
She is in control today of the mouse and stuff.
Let's make a dance.
Sorry. So, basically, 999 is a puzzle game, and you have to try and find the 9 door. As you play along, some stuff happens, and yeah. Now, Brittany has never played this game before, and I haven't watched a video of it in a while, so we're going to see how well we get through this and how many times we die.
Be prepared for some terrible Let's Play from me.
Finish saving.
Woo.
Oh man, this game is fiction.
No, really?
Imagine if this game was real, though. That'd be crazy.
I don't know the game, but that probably would be awesome.
Oh, it's like a death game.
Yes, my kind of game. Oh, do I need to look?
Oh, maybe. Oh, yeah.
Oh.
Also, my keyboard has because it's a laptop, my mouse is really loud, so I'm sorry.
Yeah.
You're gonna hear clicks throughout the entire game.
I hope I annoy multiple people.
Ah, yes, a black screen. Dancing mice. Oh, there it goes.
Oh, it's working. Interesting.
It's a door!
So terrible.
Do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do.
Not one, but two? Okay, we gotta go. I gotta go home
Actually,
now.
those doors are windows.
I think they're windows.
Oh. Even scarier! Spooky scary.
Okay, I can't handle this. I gotta go home now.
Just see ya.
Thanks for having me over, bye.
That's the end of the Let's Play. We saw windows and had to quit. A 9.
Oh, now they're teaching us how to count. Joy.
I think next is like 3 or something.
No, it's totally 7.
Oh, you're right.
92. 84.
25. And a good old 1. And kaplooey!
Game over.
Yeah, the end. That's also the end of the Let's Play too.
Play the credits. Let's go. Hope you guys enjoyed.
No.
Woo.
If it's out of the game ended, that'd be crazy. Just like, alright, you watched 3 minutes of cutscenes, maybe 5, and it's done. Would you like to read this, or would you like me to read this character? Well, the narrator.
You can go ahead and read it.
A loud noise startled Junpei awake, and his eyes snapped open. As they adjusted to the light, he realized that he didn't recognize his surroundings.
Oh, hello.
It's a bed! Ow! With a crack, Junpei's head connected with something metal. He rolled over and threw out his hand to steady himself, but he found himself groping at empty air. His balance lost and his still fuzzy mind struggling to understand what was going on, Junpei tumbled down to the cold gray floor. It's a teapot!
Oh no.
Ouch! God dang it! God! What the heck? There's a lot of bad words in this, I forgot. Junpei glared around the room, still trying to determine where he'd woken up. The fall had shaken the last cobwebs of sleep from his mind, and finally he understood where he'd fallen from. It was a bed.
No, really?
A 3-level bunk bed, in fact.
Wow, so fascinating.
Junpei had fallen apparently from the topmost bunk. His shoulder hurt, his knee hurt, his hip hurt, his entire body hurt.
Sounds like an old person. My life.
He could feel a bump forming on his forehead where he'd slammed it against the low ceiling. He wondered if that bump was the reason he felt his vision wavering a bit, but that seemed unlikely. At first he thought the tremor that ran through his legs was just another effect of his rude awakening, but as he looked around, he realized it was real. The whole room was shaking. Was it an earthquake, he wondered? It didn't seem likely. It was shaking far too quickly for an earthquake. Then again, Junpei had no idea what it was, if not an earthquake. He tried to tell himself it was important. Junpei rubbed the growing bump on his head and gingerly climbed to his feet. His balance regained, he finally took his first good look around the room. It's a bunch of stuff!
Oh no.
And muttered to himself. Where am I? His pain momentarily forgotten in the face of the confusion of his circumstances, Junpei looked around the room once again. Minutes passed while Junpei struggled to get his bearings. It's a sink!
Oh, no.
Still. Then, as suddenly as they begun, the tremor ceased. A cold silence fell over the room. From somewhere far away, Junpei could hear the sound of metal squeaking. He felt his stomach tighten. There were 1,000 things the sound could have been, but none of the things he could think of were good. In an attempt to distract himself, Junpei looked around the room once more.
That's a nice teapot.
There was a stove that looked more antique than functional. The 3-level bunk bed had mattresses that were so thin that they were little more than blankets. On the other side of the room was an identical bed, and set in the wall between the beds was a slightly dirty iron door. The first thing Junpei noticed about the door was the number roughly emblazoned across it. On the surface of the door, in red paint, someone had written
72.
5. 5? What's this 5 mean? Suspicious and still utterly confused, Junpei approached the door slowly. Standing at last in front of the door, Junpei grabbed hold of the L-shaped handle. A push yielded no movement, and a pull the same result. A few more tries cemented the truth in Junpei's mind. It wouldn't open. It didn't matter how much he pushed and shoved. The handle wouldn't budge. Next to the door was an odd-looking device that reminded Junpei of a card reader. It didn't take a genius to figure out that the odd-looking device was keeping the door shut. Junpei knocked hard on the door.
So hard he could have shook the whole ship.
Hey! Hello? Is anyone there? Open the door. There was no response. Junpei threw his left fist into the door and stopped.
He destroyed the lights.
What the heck is this? He wasn't really sure what else to say. On his left wrist was a bracelet of a sort he had never seen before. In the center was a large LCD display. Display. Oh my gosh. It looked like nothing else so much as a watch, but it clearly wasn't that.
Are you sure?
After all, it showed only a single number. 5. That's the same as the door. True, the numbers were the same, but he had no idea what that might mean. All he knew was that it was strange and new, and he wanted it off. Junpei flipped his hand over as if to remove a watch, but it's a super watch!
Heck yeah.
The other side of the bracelet was solid. No buckle, no clasp, nothing.
At least it matches his shirt.
Right? He sighed and flipped the thing back over. There were a number of rivets around the rim of the face. Perhaps he pushed them, but nothing happened. On a watch, they might be dials for adjusting date or time, but on this bracelet, they did nothing. Junpei was at a loss. What was he going to do? Growing more desperate, he began to tug at it. However, darn! Ugh, it's no good. Darn thing won't come off. A steel ring ran from the face around Junpei's wrist and back into the face. He wouldn't be pulling the bracelet off any time in the near future. What the heck is the deal with this thing? Frustration and desperation were beginning to mix as the reality of the situation began to dawn fully on Junpei. So much was happening and none of it made sense. Junpei felt as though he were about to explode. Where am I? And why the heck am I here? Why? Why? What the heck happened to me? It was at that moment that he noticed the window. The window was round, rimmed in riveted brass, like a window from an early 20th century ship. What? Wait, am I in a ship? Junpei walked slowly toward the window. He could see nothing beyond it but thick, impenetrable darkness. Junpei squinted, trying to see something, anything. It was at that moment. What the? You gotta be kidding me. What the heck is going on here? Water!
Sunk the ship. The end.
Lots of the ends in this episode.
Yeah.
A crack split the glass of the window, and for a moment Junpei stared at it. Then the window burst and water began to pour into the room. What the heck? God dang it! Junpei yelled and spun around. His feet slipping on the water already coming through the window, he ran for the door. Hey! Anyone! Is anyone there? Come on, if you're there, say something. There was no reply. As Junpei screamed and pounded on the door, the water began to rise. It was now ankle deep on the floor and rising quickly toward his knees. Things were not looking good for Junpei. Not good at all. He needed to find a way out, and quickly. Junpei ran a hand across his forehead, brushing the sweat out of his eyes, and looked around the room. It's puzzle time!
Oh, no! Sorry, Junpei, you're gonna die.
Seek a way out. Operations during an escape. During an escape, you can move to different parts of the room by touching the bottom screen.
Okay.
Since many areas require very exact selection, we recommend you use the stylus. Searching during an escape. During an escape, you can touch the background to search anywhere in the room. Areas you can investigate will be highlighted yellow the moment you touch them. Depending on the nature of the location you touch, you might find an item or a hint. Begin searching by touching places on the bottom screen. How to move. Touch the triangle icon on the bottom screen. Doing so will change the viewing angle of the room and move you to the different locations. Really likes those split sentences. You can do the same thing by pressing left, right, and down on the control pad. Bird's eye view. If you want to know where you are, touch X on the camera icon on the bottom screen. This will show you where you are and what direction you're facing. Saving during an escape. Pressing start will allow you to save. If you want to quit, we recommend pressing start.
I like how they have describing this, and I love to imagine that somebody's just casually sitting there talking to the dude.
He's just like, hey, you gonna open the door for us?
I'll tell you what to do, but I won't help you out.
Purpose of the escape. To escape. The purpose of each escape is to get out of the room.
Wow, really? I didn't know that. Thank you for that.
How do you do that depends on the room. You'll need to search all throughout the room to discover what you'll need to do to get out. Search for hints and items that may help you find a way out. This is your time.
Oh no.
So basically you just click on things.
Okay.
About items.
Oh, Lord almighty.
Tutorials for days!
Ugh.
During an escape, investigating certain parts of the room will allow you to obtain items. Once you've obtained an item, you'll be able to go to the item screen. Touching touching item on the top left will take you to the item screen. While on the item screen, you will be able to investigate, hold, and combine items that you've found. If you want to investigate an item you've found, touch the icon for that item in the item screen. And then touch search R in the top right corner of the bottom screen. You got a thing? You got some triangles.
Note from bulletin board.
The notes got red triangle, not filled in red triangle, and filled in triangle, not filled in blue.
Yeah, I could see that myself. Thank you.
Investigate with an item. Touching an item while on the item screen will select that item. When an item is selected, touching back will return you to the room. Investigation screen. If you look down at the bottom left corner of the bottom screen, you should see the icon. This shows that you are holding the item. If you hold an item while investigating the room, you may trigger a reaction. Investigate suspicious areas with different items to see if anything happens. Pressing up on the control pad will select another item for you to hold. Hold! Sorry.
Thank you for correcting yourself.
A picture frame.
Dun, dun, dun. Thank you.
An old picture frame. There's a picture of a ship in it.
Wow, so fascinating.
There's screws keeping the back on. Looks like you need a screwdriver.
So...
That shows you where you are in the room.
Back. No, can't do that. Can you just open it already?
No dice. It's locked tight. Let's see if there's anything in the keyhole. So you need a key and some numbers.
Oh, lovely. That's what everybody needs.
A double lock. They really don't want people getting in. A teapot! This is the door to the stove. Well, it opens easily enough. Sure wish the door to get out of here was that easy to open. Hey, look.
There's a screwdriver, I think.
Well, that solves the mystery of whether or not the stove has been used before. What's this? It looks red.
Yeah. So, fine with you.
Well, the screwdriver got those screws off easily enough. And here's the picture.
Oh, Lord. Okay.
Triangle, 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 square.
So... Oh, it's like the combo to the thing. So it looks like it's 2... Wait. Yeah. 2, 4, 1, 3, I think. Oh.
6, 7, 8, 9, 0.
Oh, okay. I'll figure that out later.
So someone wrote a bunch of numbers and symbols on the back of the picture. Huh.
Lovely. That's when we just look at that later after we find the
Combining items.
Oh, joy.
If you take 2 items you found and combine them, they may turn into something else. To do this, select an item on the item screen and touch X combine on the top part of the bottom screen.
Why do they need to tell us this? I just did it.
Just in case you didn't know. Then select the second item and touch X combining. If the 2 items can be combined, you will receive a new item. If they cannot be combined, nothing will happen.
Okay. I look at the item. Yes. Hey.
Well, let's see if there's anything in here. Well, looks like there is. A key? Yeah, there's a little blue key in the bottom of this pot. Odd. A small blue key.
So now we got the key. So all that's left is guessing the stuff, I think.
I will tell you there's more to find.
Oh gosh, no. Dang nabbit. It's funny, usually in games I sit there like I must investigate everything. Can I click on this? Oh, I can. Hello. Any friends? Oh! Thank Lord. This one we need another suitcase. So I'm guessing this one would be a red key.
This is just like the blue briefcase. Yep, there's a lock on this one too, and it's not opening.
Joy.
Gotta close that first, it's okay.
Oh, of course. You don't want anything to get in there.
Like water.
Hey, Water. How you doing, boo? That's what you said. I can.
Well, I can reach this bunk. Might as well look through it. Huh. Darn. Nothing here.
Well, did you look hard enough, sir?
I've got it. If I pull off these sheets and shove them into the window, maybe that'll stop the water. Alright, window, let's see how you like this. Shoot, that's not gonna happen. There's way too much water coming through there. No way these sheets are going to be enough to plug that window. I guess there's only one way I'm going to live through this. And that's by getting the heck out of this room.
That's when you shove a mattress in the window.
After all, there's not really anything else I can do.
Oh, yes, I can. Hello. Any friends in here? What the heck? Oh, there's a red key.
Small red key.
Yeah. So, guessing... Well, hello. Oh.
Junpei grabbed the key and shoved it into his pocket. He intended to leave immediately, but something stopped him. His reflection stared back at him from the mirror, but he had scarcely recognized himself. What's up with my face? His confusion was well justified. His face was drawn and pale, and the dark circles under his eyes made him look as though he was nearly dead. Man, what the heck happened to me? How did I end up here? Even as he said it, something in his mind opened and a memory bobbed to the surface. It was the last thing Junpei remembered before waking up in the strange room. It was past midnight when he came home. Junpei shuffled up the stairs and opened the door to apartment 201. Inside was his apartment.
Really? Wow.
A small one-bedroom affair that ran him about $630 a month. He moved into it when he entered college, and so far he'd been there for 3 years and 7 months. Wow, he's really on point with that.
You want to go down to the day too, sir?
He stepped inside and turned on the lights. The fluorescent lights on the ceiling blinked and flickered slowly to life as if waking from a deep slumber. Their cold light illuminated the landscape he'd come home to so many times before. Everything was as he'd left it. The magazines piled up in the corner, the textbooks collecting dust, the CD cases covering the floor, the jeans and t-shirt he'd worn the day before, then tossed onto the floor. There was one thing that didn't belong, however. There was a breeze. Breaths of cold night air wafted, I don't know how to say that word, into his apartment, carrying the smells of autumn with them. The white curtain framing his window swayed gently in the wind. Huh? That's weird. Did I leave that open? Junpei walked toward the window, trying to remember if he'd closed it or not before he left. One of the panes was hanging open. He stuck his head out and looked around. Nothing seemed out of the ordinary. Junpei shrugged. He must have just left it open earlier. He closed the window. Then it happened. Bum, bum, bum.
He has a new friend.
Yeah, that's his friend, actually, in a Halloween costume.
Yeah, he's just prepared early.
Junpei turned and found himself face to mask with a man dressed in all black. The man wore a deep hood, that's a weird term, and a bulky gas mask. His face was entirely hidden. Junpei tried to scream, but all he could manage was a strangled croak. He tried to step toward the man, but his legs could no longer support his weight. Junpei collapsed to the floor, a crumpled heap of limbs like a discarded puppet. Too late, he noticed the white smoke that was quickly filling his apartment.
Don't worry, it's just peppers.
A small object, shaped distressingly like a grenade, sat on the floor in front of his face, hissing. The white smoke poured out of it at an incredible rate. The smoke had grown so thick that the details of Junpei's apartment began to fade into the white haze. He could feel his mind begin to fade as well, a white haze that was not the smoke creeping in to the edges of his vision. Consider this a privilege. You have been chosen. You have been chosen. A rasping voice wormed its way out of the gas mask. It was cold and harsh and distorted in some way Junpei couldn't put his finger on. You are going to participate in a game. The Nonary Game. It is a game where you will put your life on the line. That is the last thing Junpei remembered. The white smoke overpowered him, the masked man faded from his vision, and he felt his consciousness fall away into the white mist. That's right. That guy with the gas mask. That SOB must have taken me here. As to who the man was or what might have been, Junpei had no idea. Indeed, he wasn't even sure that his assailant had been a man. The voice had been cold and mechanical, likely passed through a voice changer, and the body had been covered in a thick cloak. Who was the man in the mask? You have been chosen. Junpei remembered that much, but what it might mean, that was beyond him. Junpei had no idea where he was or why he was there. There was only one thing from his memory that seemed important. You are going to participate in the game. The Nonary Game. Voice crack. It is a game where you will put your life on the line. Which we just listened to him say this. The Nonary Game, huh? What the heck is a Nonary Game? God dang it.
You want to say it one more time? Get it out of your system, dude.
With a yell, Junpei drove his fist into the mirror. He didn't break it?
I don't know. But
there's nothing left on the mirror.
so I guess we might as well try to figure out the code for this.
Remember, you have to change your items.
Yeah. And
You just click back.
Yeah. Sound effects, woo.
Alright, let's see what happens if I put this blue key in the keyhole. And nothing. I guess I'm gonna need some sort of code for the dial.
No, really?
Mini games. During an escape, your investigation may trigger one of several mini games. All operations for the mini games are done by touching the bottom screen. Some mini games will require you to manipulate something, while others will only require you to apply the right object or touch the right thing. Operation instructions. Touching the dial will cause it to move to the next number. Enter 4 numbers this way and then touch the key. If the numbers are correct, it will unlock. Alright, now you gotta figure out your numbers.
Okay, so...
Dang it! Open, you stupid thing! I don't think it's gonna open if I whack it on the wall a couple of times.
I'm sure it will.
Might make me feel better. Not gonna help though. Alright, Junpei, don't freak out. Keep it cool and look around for some more clues.
Already got them, boo. Okay. Okay. Search. There's a bunch of numbers and symbols written on the back of this photo. So the second number would
I
be,
think it's 4.
yeah, it's 4, and the last number is 3. Okay, let's see if I can remember that.
I don't even have like a pen or anything.
First number is 7, so 7, 4. Then it's 6, 3. Yeah, I think that's it. 7, 4, 6, 3.
1 through 5 are empty, and 6 through 9, as well as 0, are colored in.
So 7, 4, 6, 3. Was that what I said?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe this has something to do with the relationship between the symbols and the numbers.
I just thought of something, because like the 2 of the symbols on the thing are red and blue. So would the numbers be repeating for the blocks and whatnot?
I think there's another paper somewhere.
Okay. 7, 4, 6, 3.
Guess I'm gonna have to find the right 4 numbers.
Okay, hurry before I forget.
Alright, let's give this another try. We know, game. You just told us.
Yeah. Okay, so... Seven, 4.
That sucks.
7, 4, 6, 3. And then click the key.
Nothing.
You know what? Power the phone. And notes. Okay. Items. Okay. Let's take a glance at that. Okay, so it is going from red to blue with those. So then... search. Okay. So the second and fourth ones are open. So
I think it's 4 and 3.
yeah. So 2 is 4. Four is 3. Okay. So then it's 1 is 7.
And then 3 is 6.
Wasn't that what we just put in though?
Yeah.
Why the heck do gold?
Yeah, because this is red and then blue, I think we're gonna find one that's blue and then red, and then it'll be blue across and then red across.
So it might be for the red suitcase, maybe?
Well, the first 2 numbers are red. And then the next 2 are going to be red on the other paper.
I get it now. Okay.
But we have to find the other paper, which I don't know where it is.
Okay. So, back it up now.
Is he going to yell again?
Let's see. No.
No, not this time.
Can I reach that one?
There's a pipe at the other end of the bed. There's nothing up top.
You didn't look good enough.
What is this the thing?
Oh, hey.
There's a pair of simple chairs next to the table. The water's already up to the chair. Oh.
You remember? Oh.
It's a pipe. I know. I'll crawl into the pipe and find a way out. Okay, you're a little weird. There's nobody here to make fun of my lame jokes.
We are.
Man, this sucks.
That's life for you, dude. Investigate.
Water just keeps pouring through the window. It's like a waterfall. I don't think shoving something into the window is gonna stop the water. In other words, if I don't want to die, I need to find a way out of this room. I have to figure this out.
I don't know if I've ever investigated the sink. Oh, yeah.
Doesn't seem like there's anything hidden on the sink. This is the only drain in the room. This is the middle bunk. Good talk.
Thanks, dude.
There's a towel next to the sink.
Okay, so... Is there anything else with this?
A bulletin board. There's nothing on it.
What about behind it, dude?
Can you check the door? Oh, and this bunk. Man, this is a pretty poor excuse for a bed. There's barely any space between the bed and the ceiling. I don't think I'd even have enough space to turn over. I'd bet money this was for poor passengers. Or maybe the ship's crew. I've gotta die someday, but I sure as heck don't want it to be here.
Okay, so let's check out the door. Hey. I know you hit some more.
5. 5, huh? What does that mean? I guess that's a lever, huh? Maybe if I pull it. Well, it looks like pulling on the lever just makes a weird noise. Great. The light's still red, and the display hasn't changed. Dang it! There we go again. Why the heck isn't this thing opening?
Think of anything else to do.
You have to pull up a walkthrough.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm gonna click on a light.
Well, looks like we've got a light here. And electricity.
Oh, dang it.
Let's see. Oh my gosh.
It is like the most simplest thing.
Can you check this bed without touching the briefcase?
Clicking on it, there's a blue briefcase.
Okay,
on top
check
of
the other
bed.
one on the other side.
Yep. 360. It's gonna be here, ain't it?
Mm-hmm. I can't bring myself to call this a bed. It feels like a board with a sheet on it.
Gosh, why are you always complaining, dude?
It's pretty flat. Yeah, you live in like a tiny little apartment and you're complaining. Hey, look.
Dang, nabbit. The one place. E.
Okay. So we know the blank square is 5 and the filled square is 0.
4 is 5. Wait, did you say the filled square was 5?
No, the filled square is 0.
Okay. 1, 0. Hey, picture. Nice to see you,
So
boo.
it goes like this.
Okay.
So it's gonna be 2. There's 2. And the other one's filled.
2.
I think it's 9. Oh, it's 8.
And that's
3.
3 is 8.
So now we have to combine them.
So
So the blue is gonna be 0, 2, 6, 3.
0, 2, 6, 3.
I think.
Hey.
Don't quote me on that.
Obviously, the water's not rising that quickly, so
Just take our time. It's fine.
just catch us.
I thought it was timed, so.
Nope. Oh, if it was time, dang nabbit. If it was time, I would have been dead by now.
Yep.
Okay, so it was 0,
2, 6, 3.
0, 2, 6. Yeah, 0, 2, 6, 3. 0.
There's the
No!
constructions again.
Stop it! I don't want your
This is
help.
gonna be a longer episode. We're already at like 50 minutes.
I'm such a bad influence on you. Come on. Thank you. Okay. So 0, 2. Yeah.
Yeah.
2, 6.
It opened.
Yay!
We're smart beans. Alright, let's see if numbers work. I turn the key in. Hey, looks like it's working. Yes! Alright, let's open it up.
I don't want to.
And you get a red thing.
Wow.
Yes, it opened. Looks like there's something in here. What is this? A file?
Pick it up and look at it. Then you'll know.
File screen. Ooh, more tutorials.
Oh, joy.
If you find any documents or notes and during an escape, the information on them will be available from the file screen. To open the file screen, touch File R on the top right of the bottom screen.
Wow, really?
Once at the file screen, select Files by touching them, or by pressing the control pad. If you touch Search, the contents of the file you selected will be displayed on the upper screen. Alright, let's see what's in this file. Digital root. Let's see here. Compute a digital root with the following steps. First, add all the numbers in question to one another. If you end up with something greater than a single digit number, add the digits to one another. For instance, if you have a double digit number, add the number in the tens place to the number in the ones place. Keep adding digits in this manner until you have a single digit answer. That final single digit is your digital root. Example, the digital root of 678 would be 6 plus 7 plus 8 is 21, 2 plus 1 is 3. Therefore, the digital root of 678 is 3. Example, the digital root of 1, 2, 3, 4 would be 1, 2, 3, 4 equals 10, 1 plus 0 equals 1. Therefore, the digital root of 1, 2, 3, 4 is 1. This is really important. You're gonna have to remember this.
That sounds simple enough.
So I just keep adding numbers until I get a single digit. Oh, looks like there's something on the back of this thing. A notebook, a pen, a calculator, and a stack of key cards, huh? Stack of blue key cards. Looks like some key cards. There's a number written on each card. 6, 7, 8. Does that mean something? Then you have to go open the red briefcase.
I have a feeling, because with the whole number thing, I have a feeling it's going to add up to, for this guy, it's going to add up to 5.
New material has been added to the file screen. Calculator.
Thanks!
Calculator screen can be used during an escape or during a novel sequence. During an escape, you can access it by pressing the Y. This will open the calculator screen. But we won't be doing that because we didn't put in all the right controls. So we're just going to use our own calculator.
Yee.
To operate the calculator, blah blah.
Oh, sorry.
I already read that. When using the calculator, the numbers on top are your calculations and the numbers on the bottom are your answer. The calculator can also calculate a digital root, which will be important to the progression of the story. Progression.
I like how they add a calculator in the game, though. That makes it so much easier for some people. Okay, time to go to the red one.
It's behind that curtain where the teapot is.
Yeah. Oh, right there. I'm blind. Don't worry about it. Hello, friends. I'm back. Please love me.
Okay, no. I don't remember the other numbers.
I got them.
It's something that 5's at the end. That's all I remember.
Okay, I need the key, though. Oh, hello. No. No. No.
Yeah.
Yee.
Yee.
Okay.
Alright, let's stick that red key in there. It's not opening. In fact, it's not doing anything at all. We just opened the blue one. You should know.
Just hold your keep your panties. Just hold them there. Just wait.
So it looks like I'm gonna have to put in the right numbers and then turn the key. I do that, this thing should pop right open.
Wow.
Let's give it a shot.
So smart. Okay. Tutorial, stop. We've done it once before. So, Okay.
7, 4, 8, 5.
Yeah, 7, 4, 8, 5.
Okay.
7. Dang it. No. 4,
8, 5.
8, 5.
Yay! Yes! I unlocked it. It's opening. There's key cards!
I bet this one's gonna have a 5.
I think it's 1, 2, 3.
Probably.
These look like key cards. There's a number on each one. 1, 2, 3.
Okay. So I'm guessing we just use the key cards on the door?
You can try.
Because I don't think there's anything else around here. Unless I missed something. Hey boo, how you doing? Why the heck not? Why not try?
These cards with numbers on them. I'm pretty sure this is where I'm supposed to use them. Alright, let's slide this card and see if it works. And...
Nope.
Huh? No, no, that's right. I still have cards I haven't used. Dang it. Not again. There aren't any more cards left. I've only got one other hint. Of course. The files. That file said something about a digital root. A digital root! The digital root! Huh?
Sorry.
What am I supposed to do with... There's a 5 on that door. Do I have to get a digital root of 5?
Called it.
I'm not really sure about this. Whatever. It's worth a shot. Let's see if this works. I'll just slide the cards that give me the digital root of 5 through the reader. Operating instructions! Touch 3 cards to select them. The digital root of the selected cards will be displayed on the top screen. Touching reset will deselect all currently selected cards. After you selected 3 cards, touch the device. Now you gotta figure out which 3 are the ones.
Oh joy.
You just pick them. It's random.
Yeah.
That's 7.
Can I just click on it again to do... No, I gotta reset it. That's 2. There we go.
Yeah, just put 2 in.
Oh.
4.
Why not?
What numbers make 5 when you add them together?
2 and 3 makes... I think they make 5.
Yeah, and?
Yeah.
It's not, one of the numbers that I'm asking for is not on here. So what makes 5 besides 2 and 3?
That'd be 4 and 1.
Yeah. So now you need to come up with numbers that equal 14 or 5. But you can't use 2 cards to make 5, so you have to make 14. So you have to figure out which numbers make 14.
That's confusing why it just randomly goes down. I apologize, we're probably gonna be here all day.
It's fine. We got time.
My apology, it's so confusing on this. So that's nice. Oh, I'm about to table flip.
Hey! Now you gotta click the thing. Alright, I think this is gonna work. There we go. That's a new noise. Huh? Did it just unlock? Well, that light was red and now it's blue. No doubt about it. There's nothing keeping me in here now. Alright. We're gonna end it off here. Because it's been like an hour. Took us an hour to solve that puzzle. Even with both of us. And a walkthrough. So, we will see you in the next video. Adios, amigos. Adios.